Hello. Women on Change family, Lexima here. Told you I'll be putting another video out. So, 2019 is approaching. I'm sure everyone is thinking about the new year. So are we. I want to thank everyone who's been part of the 2018 successes, even though it may not seem, well, let's just say every little bit counts. So this year we've had a number of volunteers who helped us out plan, get us ready for 2019, where we're going to roll out one of our pilot programs, Math Speaks, which is where math is the center of everything from the budget planning to the time management, people management. It's a numbers game. So, but another thing I want to mention for this video is this. Too often, or actually this is the case, what am I saying? It's not even too often. In education, you have people at the table making decisions on behalf of parents and kids who have no idea what's going on. All they know is they go to school. Kids know that they have to go to school, and then parents know that they have to put their kids in school. But when the decision comes to making decisions for parents to actually have a voice in the matters, too often they don't have a voice at the table. So particularly for low-income parents, whether it's policy or it's budget, parents too often have little voice. And for the past 10 years or so, STEM has been one of these areas where parents just see things are happening, or teachers too. Teachers just have to go with whatever is put out there. They don't get to vote. And believe me, I'm sure I don't have all the answers. I'm sure some of the teachers get a voice on some things, but for the majority of it, it really comes down to them meeting certain standards that some big firm, consulting firm, or some big funder figures out, okay, I want this program to work out, and then it finds its way in the school system. And oftentimes, it's those kids and parents who have little to say or have had no voice in that process. So I've been frustrated because recently I went to, very recent, I went to an event where I was having a discussion with a former teacher who's now still, she's on the administrative side. She used to be in the classrooms, and we had this argument about parents and teachers and kids, where my argument was this. Sometimes parents need to take a front seat and not just go with what the system is putting in front of them. Every taxpayer's dollars, regardless how big or small it is, it does make a difference. So when this former teacher said to me, parents do what they can, or specifically low-income parents that I was talking about, they do what they can. Well, I think all parents do what they can. But ultimately, what about the kids? Who decides if they have a voice or not? And to me, my argument is sometimes the parents shouldn't be the only voice. The kids should have a voice too in the matter, which affects them, which is every day, where they go, sometimes Monday through Saturday, they're part of this system. And so who's saying, you know what, kids, we want to know how you like to learn. What can we do to help you better? But I just feel like we are dismissing the kids and thinking that all the adults, quote unquote, are the ones who need to make the decisions for the kids. And I don't think that's the case. So with Women on Change, what we're aiming to do is give the kids a voice in problem solving, time management, money management. So before they become adult, because oftentimes I meet kids who are more grown than grown adults, or should be grown adults. So I don't think that kids should be dismissed in the process, or in this education process, frankly, that affect the majority of them. And I'm not saying that parents or teachers don't have a say. They do. But too often their voices is too small. And I think these voices should be elevated versus the ones who have money or decisions, who feel like, you know what, I have this idea, this should be in the classrooms. Not thinking, hey, parents, let's bring you as part of this process. Hey kids, let's bring you as part of this process. Let's see what you think. And what we're aiming to do is really create something where the kids have a say, the parents have a say, and then the partners have a say. But we want to make sure it works. It's taking forever because testing it takes time, and we don't have the funding to say, hey, we're just going to have a facility and then have kids. No, we partnering with people who are already doing this work, and we're trying to bring a piece of it and see how can we help them sustain what's already working. And as much as I love STEM, STEM isn't the answer to the problem that we see in education, nor is it going to solve the job. I don't think there's a skill shortage. I really think that the way things are going, what you do find is you have machines that can do things a lot faster, and if you're a company, that's the way you're gonna go. And I don't know 50 years from now what impact it's going to have in jobs or skills, but what I can tell you is every human being on this earth has a particular skill or set of skills that they can use to sustain themselves. And whether it's finding an outlet to develop that skill or an outlet that allow you to use that skill, ultimately, I think that has to come from within in terms of figure out, hey, this is my strength no matter what. I should be able to go anywhere and use that. And frankly, as STEM, as much as I love STEM, it's a tool, and it's a tool that's changing every second. So the ability for those who are already suffering or struggling to keep up is going to be super hard. And we're aiming to provide a solution where it's agile. And so therefore it's not going to be STEM, right? It's going to be something that's going to be already in there that can be developed to be leveraged with STEM, and that's what we're hoping to do. And then this is where the mentoring comes in, because sustaining that is one thing, but having the kids work on projects where their skills are really being developed, not for the sake of a company, but the sake of thinking, hey, you're going to be leaving for the next 60 or 70 years. No company is going to allow you to work in a company for that long, nor are they going to exist for that long. So what is it that we can help them do to develop that skill and take it wherever in the world they might go? And to me, that's what's important. Nonetheless, I want to close this new year by wishing everybody a happy, happy holidays, and especially folks who've been supporting us, my friends. Yeah, I've been putting up with me for a long time. I just want to thank you for all your support over the years and continued support, and our heartfelt volunteers across the nation. I mean, gosh, it's not just DC. We have folks from all over who are volunteering for us remotely. But I definitely want to thank you to two key volunteers who've been really putting a lot of time, Wanze and Veronica from GW, and then we had Kelsey early on this year who helped us quite a bit, and of course, my board. Well, the board, not my board, but the board, the Women on Change board, and my friend Brian, who's been there from the get-go. So I truly want to thank you, and all my friends who've been putting up with me all the years, decades that they've known me. I want to thank you and wish you a happy holiday. And of course, my family. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for our supporters, our partners who've opened their doors, who helped us promote our stuff, recruit volunteers. And as always, we're always recruiting volunteers. It doesn't stop. And money, of course, is always important, but we appreciate your time as well to help do the work. Thank you for all the supporters, all the donors this year, and hope you all have a great holiday and a wonderful and safe new year. Take care. Bye-bye. Looking forward to 2019. I hope to see you.